Hello everyone, welcome to Nelson School online education program Learn Better. So today we'll be beginning with active and passive voice. Let us begin with English grammar. Today's topic is active and passive voice. Okay, but before we could begin, as usual, we'll clear with the terms. So very first term, voice. What is a voice? Voice is a form of a verb that helps us to identify whether the sentence is in active or in passive voice. In the next slide, we'll clear the difference between an active and a passive voice. In this chapter, you are going to study 3 different terms, but 2 of those terms, the first one being the subject and the other one being the object. Now, what is the subject and what is the object? So, the doer of the action, the one who usually performs the action, or the one from whom the action is being done, is called the subject of the sentence. Okay, the action that is performed is called your verb, and the person or the receiver of the action is called the object of the sentence. Or you can say in simple words, the one who receives the action is called the object of the sentence. Let us understand the theory of active and the passive voice with an example. The first example, the boy opens the door. Who is performing the action? The boy. Which action is he performing? Opening the door. So the verb is opens. And who is receiving the action? So it is the door. So in full active passive chapter, 3 terms you have to take care. You have to box the subject, underline the verb, and circle the object. This all things will be taught to you in detail in the next presentation. This is just an example to show you the concept of the active and the passive voice. Okay. Now, as you have underlined it or highlighted the subject, the verb, and the object, the next thing is to bring the object ahead. So the door. Okay. Now, which is the verb? Opens. It is simple present. So it is am, is, are is to be used. This all details will be given in the next presentation. This is just a demo. So it will be the door is opened. Okay. Is why? Because it is the door. So the door is opened by, then you take the subject at the last, the boy. So the door is opened by the boy. Let us get the next example. The chef cooks the dinner. Same thing will go through with those 3 terms. The chef being the subject, the chef is performing the action. Which action is he performing? Cooking. So cooks is the verb. Okay. What is he doing and who is receiving the action? That is the dinner. So you have to box the subject, underline the verb, circle the object. Once these 3 things are done, next thing you have to do is to bring the object ahead. So as I have brought the object ahead, the dinner. Okay. Again the verb is in the present tense. Cooks. So that will have am, is, are, and the main verb, action verb, will change into the third form, cooked. So the dinner is cooked. Add by by the chef. You have to take the chef at the last, the subject at the last. Now, what is active voice? As we have gone through the terms, the doer of the action, subject, the receiver of the action, object. So now for us to understand active and passive voice will become easy. So when the doer of the action is placed first and the receiver of the action is placed last, that voice is active voice, or that sentence is said to be an active sentence. What is a passive voice? When the receiver of the action is placed first and the doer of the action is placed last. That particular kind of a sentence is called a passive voice statement. Let us go through this active and passive voice table. Now the table that you're seeing on your screen is having the 12 different tenses. We'll go first with the horizontal bars. When you look at the horizontal bar, the first column is of tense. The next is of voice. Next is the 4 different forms of the tense: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Let us go to the vertical form. Vertical form, you will have the tense, the main 3 kinds of tenses: the present, the past, and the future tense. The next row will be of voice. Now, as we have already learned, there are 2 kinds of voice: active voice and passive voice. Now, as we all know that these 3 main tenses have 4 different forms. So it becomes 3 4s are 12. So we would have 12 sub tenses. Okay. But as you can see on the screen that 4 sub tenses are, that boxes are empty. Why? Because 4 different sub tenses do not change into passive voice. That also will be explained to you in detail in the next presentation. Okay, let us go with the table. Now the present, okay, simple present tense, active voice. Wherever active voice is, you could see, you could find out that that is a tense table only. Wherever passive voices I have added that columns, that can make the active passive voice table complete. So simple present tense, the active voice would have universal truth, habitual fact, or you need to take the help of do and does when you have to convey the statement that is a negative or the interrogative. Okay, I do not like ice cream. She does not like ice cream. Does she like ice cream? Next, it will be passive voice for simple present. Okay, now for changing that active voice to passive for simple present tense, we have to use the am, is, are plus the verb in the perfect participle tense. Okay, that is the third form of the tense of the verb. Next is past, simple past tense. Again, the active voice, what you could see is verb in its second form or the verb with the ed, and we have to take the help of did when we have to convey the sentence that is negative or interrogative. I did not eat ice cream. Did I eat ice cream? When you are using did, you have to bring the verb in the first form, because in past tense the verb will be used in its second form. But when you are using did, you have to bring the verb in its first form, or you can say the present form. Now, of the passive voice, simple past, you have to replace it. You have to add was and were, and the verb again will come in its third form. Next, simple future. Active voice will be will, shall plus verb in its first form. I will eat ice cream. Okay. I shall eat ice cream. We shall eat ice cream. Next, for the passive voice, you have to add just a word that is BEB. Will be or shall be, and the verb you have to bring to its past participle form. When going for the continuous tenses will always be having am, is, are, and the verb in its ing form, continuing form. So present continuous tense, I am eating an ice cream. Okay, in that passive voice, am, is, are will remain same, but the verb that carries ing, you will remove that ing from the verb and give it to BEB form, that becomes being. And the verb, because in passive voices the verb should always be in its third form, that is the past participle form. For the past continuous tenses, was and were. She was washing clothes. So washing, ing, will be given in the passive form to being. So the clothes were being washed by her. Next, future continuous tense. Now future continuous tense is already having will be, be form, it's already having. Okay, the movie shall be watched by us. Now for the future continuous tense. Now as you can see on your screen, the tenses will be, shall be plus verb in its ing form. Now for the future continuous active voice, it is difficult to change into passive voice, or it cannot be changed. Okay, so you can see a plain or you can see a blank in the next box. Let us go through the perfect tenses. Perfect tense, present perfect will have has, have plus verb in its third form. Okay, that will be changed to only adding a verb, BEE and been. Has been, have been. Verb will have no change because in active voice also the verb was in third form only. For the past perfect tense, we have to use the word had, active voice, had been. Okay, and then in the passive voice, it will have only one word, that is had been, and the verb in its third form. Again, the verb won't change as it is already in its third form. Now for the future perfect tense, will have, shall have, and verb in its third form. That will have only one word added, will have been or shall have been. Verb, as it is mentioned before, won't change because it is already in its third form. For the perfect continuous tenses, the passive voices are not possible. Why? Because it's already consisting BEE and been. So the active voice present perfect continuous tense has been, verb ing, has been washing, have been washing. Passive voice of present perfect continuous tense not possible. For past perfect continuous tense, active, had been washing. For the past perfect continuous tense, passive voice not possible. Now for the future perfect continuous tense, active voice, will have been washing, shall have been washing. Again, for the future perfect continuous tense, passive voices not possible. So this becomes in total the 4 sub-tenses, the passive voices not possible. We only have to deal with the 8 sub-tenses for changing the active voice to the passive voice. Now, because we are dealing with those 2 terms, subject and object, very often, so there's a pronoun table for this. I, as you know, first person singular, we, first person plural, you, second person singular plural both, he, third person singular, she, third person singular, it, third person singular, they, third person plural. When I is used as a subject, when you change it to the object, it becomes me. I am reading a letter. The letter is being read by me. We changes to us. We are watching the movie. The movie is being watched by us. You are writing a letter. A letter is being written by you. So you remains you. He is washing the car. The car is being washed by him. He changes to him. She is writing a letter. A letter is being written by her. So she changes to her. It again remains it. They changes to them. They are watching the movie. The movie is being watched by them. Thank you.